Uh, Hello and welcome. We're doing the weekly webinar, pre-market analysis for September 22nd. For Tradevago here, we're going to go through just some of the pairs. If there's any requests, we can answer them. But my partner Amir isn't actually going to be here today, so I'm just going to make a quick webinar, go through some things. There's not a whole lot I want to talk about on the Forex side of things this week. If we first look at the Dixie here, we're seeing that we're just getting a ranging market and we haven't quite hit broken out of where we wanted to yet. So we're still waiting on the dollar here to do much. So I'm actually focusing more on non-dollar pairs and maybe some exotics this week. On top of that, we can look at crypto. We have Backed being launched on Monday. So that's probably going to create a lot of volatility for Bitcoin and the alts. So if you're in crypto right now, if you're in any trades, you probably don't want to sit in them. You want to move your stops forward so you're at break even. So if we look at, I'll talk about a little bit about Litecoin here also. The alts are looking really juicy for some pumps, right? So we see a nice consolidation on a rally for Litecoin here. And if we look at this order block here on a larger time frame, we can see that there's a good chance of it popping right back up here. So I actually do have a trade waiting. So if you wanted to jump in on this with a stop loss below, right about there, so you don't get caught in this liquidity pool here. And then our targets would be much higher, right? So Litecoin will be a major play for us this week. So let's look at the USD pairs a little bit. So we are still trending up on the dollar. So we do want to keep this bias. And we're just really waiting, as I said earlier, for this range to break. We're going to look for some expansion in either direction out of this range, and then we can enter a position, whether it's long or short, and most likely it's going to be long. Same with the reverse side of things with the euro dollar. We're still looking for a downtrend here, and we did snag this nice trade at the beginning of last week, and we've taken some profits, and we still got a little bit open here. Last week we did remarkably well with only, I think, one losing trade, and that was our New Zealand dollar here. If we look out on the daily time frame for the New Zealand dollar, we see that there is this order block here. There's a hidden supply zone. So at any point in here, we expect there to be another bounce, and this could just be a liquidity grab here from the previous low. So we are waiting for this. We're not going to enter quite yet until we get a pattern that looks something like this, bounce back inside, retrace and enter on that, and then we can long it. As I said, I'm not too interested in the USD pairs this week. So we're going to be focused more on the pound pairs actually. And if we're looking at the 4-hour time frame, if all across the board, the pound looks very bearish. So if we initially look at the pound dollar, we see a touch of this range here with a little bit past, grab some liquidity. We're always looking for the liquidity, right? And then we dump right back into this trading zone. So there's a good chance that this continues down, and this is going to be our prediction here. Right? So if we look at some other pound pairs, we see even more so this pattern printing out where we've reached some zones that's very likely for it to dump. This is the pound Swissy, and again, we're just waiting for this range to break, come back up, and then we can short it down. The pound CAD is very bearish in my opinion. This is probably going to be the one that I really want to trade because it did create this giant liquidity grab here, and then we can dump back down. Aside from that, another pair that we're still sitting in from last week, one of the few pairs, this is kind of a hedge against our bias of the dollar going up. We do think the dollar is going to go down on the UJ. So we're still long here or short here, and we do have our stop in profit already. We've taken one profit target with another one here and another one down here. Aside from that, I think that's basically all of our trades here. I'm going to look at the gold really quick, and gold is still ranging within the previous week's zone that we were looking at. So we're still waiting for it to break down here, and then we can short it. So as I said, we're just going through the pairs really quickly this week because my partner's not here. So we're not going to do much detail on here. Just going to basically tell you the zones that we were looking for. As for news side of things, we have a lot going on Monday with the euro. So if you're wanting to trade the news, you're going to have to be at your computer. If not, I would say stay out of euro pairs. Aside from that, we have I believe the FOMC later on the Friday. So these are going to be great live trading sessions that we're going to have in our Discord. And if you're new here, you're seeing this video for the first time, we do a weekly market analysis every Sunday on Market Open. And the link to the Discord is in the description below. We offer no nonsense trades, live calls, webinars, signals, and we even offer a trading bot for you, all for free. So join and then ask a mentor how you can get that stuff for free. And that's about it. So we'll see you guys next week.